Now that she is running for Vice President of the Philippines, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte has gone from being supportive to passive on the issue of renewing the franchise of shuttered ABS-CBN network. Speaking before members of the Vice Mayor's League of the Philippines on Tuesday, March 1, Duterte says, as vice presidential aspirant, the issue of granting franchises is in the hands of Congress.
As Vice President, wala po ang power dyan of granting franchises. So, nasa Congress po yan, nasa House of Representatives and sa Senate. So, nasa Congress po yan, kung ano po yung desisyon ng Congress, yan po ang masusunod.
This is a drastic change of tune from February 2020 when she fully supported the network's franchise renewal. She said then, quote, Davao City fully supports ABS-CBN in renewing their franchise. Of course, there is huge support for ABS-CBN from Davao City and the entire country. ABS-CBN first went off air in May 2020 and the Duterte allies at the lower house voted to kill its franchise in July. At the same event, Duterte says that her stance on the Ukraine invasion does not matter right now.
I am not a president or a vice president, so it doesn't really matter kung ano yung stand ko sa ngayon because I am not a part of the national government. The question yesterday was a hypothetical one, so the answer was hypothetical as well.
Earlier, she said the only time to take sides is when Philippine interest is at risk. But later that night, the Philippine government headed by her father, President Rodrigo Duterte, voted to support a United Nations General Assembly resolution that condemns Russia's invasion of its neighboring country. In areas under Alert Level 1, the Department of Health says asymptomatic individuals who are close contacts of a positive case are no longer required to quarantine if they are fully vaccinated. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere says the pandemic task force officials included this in the resolution placing Metro Manila and 38 other areas under Alert Level 1. Under the lowest alert level, establishments in public transportation are fully operational. No age-restricted movements of people are in place unless specified by individual local government units. DOH Technical Advisory Group member epidemiologist Edsel Salvania says this change comes since the risk of COVID-19 has gotten much lower, and there's a safety margin if you're vaccinated. As of February 20, over 100% of Metro Manila's target population are fully vaccinated, while 83.8% of seniors are covered.
Need more context, clarity, and perspective? Get the full picture with Rappler Plus. With exclusive content and events, you'll get an opportunity to discuss issues with reporters, experts, and featured guests while helping Rappler continue its fearless journalism. Join now.
The campaign manager of Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. and Solicitor General Jose Calida issue similar statements Monday, February 28. They question Rappler's partnership with the Commission on Elections for the May 2022 elections. Rappler recently signed a Memorandum of Agreement or MOA with Comelec that entails alerting the poll body regarding fake news about the elections, creating content on voters' education, and embedding the precinct finder function on the news website. Marcos campaign manager Benhur Abalos says Comelec should reconsider the agreement, falsely claiming that Rappler is a foreign entity. Calida follows suit Monday evening, saying Comelec's MOA with Rappler violates the Constitution and relevant laws. The Solicitor General gives the poll body an ultimatum to rescind the MOA until March 4, or his office may have to file a case to declare the nullity of the MOA by March 7. Calida also cites a 2018 closure order by the Securities and Exchange Commission or SEC and says the company does not have any legal personality to perform any corporate act, let alone enter into a MOA. Calida is wrong. As the SEC itself said in 2018, Rappler can run its business as usual until its order becomes final and executory. The case remains pending at the Court of Appeals. Rappler says in a statement, Solicitor General Jose Calida's claims are fraught with falsehoods, innuendos, and hallucinations. The statement also points out the poll body has similar partnerships with other media groups. The attack on the Rappler-Comelec agreement comes as Abalos defends Marcos' non-committal response on whether he will or will not attend the Comelec debate. Comelec spokesperson James Jimenez meantime clarifies Rappler is not getting any special information or any special treatment. The Precinct Finder, a public service feature, is an arrangement with other groups as well. The Comelec-Rappler partnership also does not allow outside party access to personal data. The fact-checking part of the MOA, on the other hand, does not only involve Rappler but the entire Facts First PH consortium, a collaboration among 14 news groups and over 100 civil society organizations. This is not the first time that Marcos and Calida have been in sync on key legal moves. In 2020, Marcos and Calida filed motions on the same day seeking to inhibit Supreme Court Associate Justice Marvic Leonen from the electoral contest that the dictator's son filed against Vice President Leni Robredo. Calida, who campaigned for Marcos in his failed 2016 vice presidential bid, is known for going after perceived critics of the Duterte government. He initiated the SEC investigation into Rappler. During the pandemic, it was Calida who pushed for the shutdown of ABS-CBN via quo warranto and later pressured the National Telecommunications Commission into issuing a cease and desist order against the network. Moscow faces increasing isolation Tuesday, March 1, as President Vladimir Putin shows no sign of stopping the invasion of Ukraine. Fierce fighting and Russian bombardment has already killed dozens and sparked a refugee crisis. Observers say Russia's invasion, launched Thursday, February 24, may not have achieved the decisive early gains Putin would have hoped for. Ceasefire talks held Monday, February 28, failed to reach a breakthrough. Negotiators did not say when a new round will take place. Systemic impact of Western sanctions leads to a near 30% collapse in the ruble Monday, February 28, before central bank intervention rescued the currency from its lows. The United States and its allies promised military aid to Kiev. As President Volodymyr Zelensky warns, the capital is under constant threat. He says Russia is targeting a thermal power plant providing electricity to Kiev, a city of 3 million people. On Tuesday, U.S. satellite company Maxar says Russia massed a convoy of armored vehicles, tanks, and other military equipment that stretches about 40 miles or 64 kilometers. Months after confirming their art collaboration, Heart Evangelista shares a sneak peek of her passion project with Incubus frontman and artist Brandon Boyd. On Instagram, Evangelista shares her excitement in meeting Boyd and finally getting to reveal details about their collaboration through a new YouTube video. The 1.5-minute vlog features snippets of the two working on a shared painting, with audio snippets of their conversation about their process when it comes to creating art. The collaboration was from Moonlight Arts Collective, a virtual gallery founded by Brandon for visual artists during the pandemic. Heart first teased her little art project with Brandon in May 2021. The two met in August for their collaboration when the Filipina celebrity flew to Los Angeles, California.